Hello everyone, I'm Aditya Avare and I am here as a coordinator of TPO's page portal, and we are here to conduct the second activity, that is pre-topic talk. And the first candidate which is going to give his talk is Gayatri.
Start. My name is Gayatri Barhate and my topic name is blockchain is the future. So first of all, what is blockchain? Blockchain is a distributed database, and the main difference between a normal database and a distributed database is a normal database is being held centrally at a particular place, like in a server. But when it comes to blockchain, it's a distributed database which is being stored on all the nodes over a network. A network will have many nodes, and the same copy of the database will be stored on on all the nodes of the network. And the blockchain technology is actively used in cryptocurrency systems. Then coming to the advantages, it is very secure, transparent, and it allows private transactions. Coming to disadvantages, it is very costly. And it was introduced in 1991 by two people, Stuart Haber and Scott Stornetta. Now, why it is the future? The first point is Government of India is setting up a blockchain framework to prepare a centralized ecosystem to cover as many as 45 sectors, including e-governance, and that will help to make India as far as other countries like United States of America and China, which are doing already well in this field. Then the second point is by 2025, it would add an economic growth that will grow up to $176 billion, and at least one business which will be using this technology would be worth $10 billion itself. So as you can see, it is adding very much potential to our economy, and it is being already used in various systems, like it is used in crowdfunding platforms, smart contracts in crowdfunding platforms, then identity management, cross-border payments. So and it is remain to be yet discovered. The potential of this technology is yet remain to be discovered. Thank you.
Okay, I would like to call Abhiram Dada to present his topic.
Hello everyone. My name is Abhishek Deshpande and I am from third year IT. I have assigned the topic of 5G technology. So what is 5G? The 5G is the fifth generation global mobile network. It is a new global wireless standard after the community has introduced 1G, 2G, 3G and 4G networks. 5G enables us a new kind of network that is designed to connect virtually everyone and everything together, including machine, objects and real-time devices. 5G wireless technology is meant to deliver higher multi-Gbps peak data speeds with ultra-low latency, more reliability, massive network capacity, increased availability, and a more uniform user experiences throughout the users. Higher performance and improved efficiency empowers new user experiences and connects new industries. So what are the difference between the previous generations of network and the 5G network? So 5G network was introduced after successful installment of the 4G networks. So the first generation network came in the 1980s era. So it enabled us to deliver analog voice. So second generation network came in the early 90s era. So it enabled us to introduce deliver digital voices over the network. So third generation network ushered in the eras of early 2000s. It enabled us to have data communication over globally, which also introduced the concept of CDMA, that is code division multiplexes, and the fourth generation network, that is 4G, which is not it is not actually 4G, but it's still in the evolution phase, that is long-term evolution, LTE. It came in the era of 2010, the time when we used to sneak out the mobiles from parents and used to download the games like Temple Run and Angry Birds. So 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, and 5G, which are designed to provide more connectivity than was ever available before. 5G is unified, more capable air interface that has been designed with an extended capacity to enable next generation user experiences, empower new deployment models, and deliver new services. So we'll have a look at the economy that has been created due to 5G. So 5G is driving global growth. It is a $13.1 trillion of global economic. It is giving $13.1 trillion of economic output, as well as 10 to 2.8 million new jobs created during last 5 years due to 5G. Still, 5G isn't in the installment phase, but the research and development phase itself has introduced new 22.8 million jobs. Also, uh, 5G is introducing $265 billion global capital expenditure annually over the will introduce $265 billion global capital expenditure uh, over the next 15 years. So talking about the India, is India ready for the 5G? So surely India is not ready for the 5G. That may seem harsh to Indian people, but that is the reality. 5G in India is unavailable because of the country is still in the testing phase for 5G network in India. As per the parliamentary panel on the report in 5G in India, the country is not ready infrastructure-wise to support the fully fledged 5G rollout. From the high spectrum pricing of 5G network in India, is being opposed by operators of lack of optical fiber connectivity to regular delays. Only then there are multiple challenges that need to be resolved before realizing the dream of 5G India. Only then will in 5G will be released in India to be confirmed, and subsequently the launch of 5G in India will occur. So that all was about the economy that has been created by 5G, as well as the history of 5G, and is India ready for the 5G technology. So that was all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhiram.
Hello everyone, my name is Gunjan Gotware and today I'm going to talk about the topic that is AI a threat to the human race? Artificial intelligence can be defined as a technology which is concerned with building smart machines capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. The intelligence demonstrated by machine is also known as artificial intelligence. Nowadays, artificial intelligence has grown to be very popular. It is a simulation of natural intelligence in machines that are programmed to learn and mimic the actions of humans. These machines are able to learn with experience and perform human-like tasks. As a technology such as AI is continue to grow, they'll have their great impact on our quality of life. It is but natural that everyone today wants to connect with AI and technology somehow, maybe it as an end user or pursuing the career in artificial intelligence. There is no doubt that fact technology has made our life better, like from music recommendation to map directions, mobile banking to fraud prevention. AI and other technology has taken over. There's a fine line between advancement and destruction. There's always two sides of the coin, and that is in case of AI as well. There are advantages of artificial intelligence in everyday life, in our everyday life, like from online shopping, cyber security to the artificial intelligence, even against the COVID-19. In the case of COVID-19, AI has been used in identifying outbreaks, processing healthcare claims, and tracking the spread of the disease. Other advantages are that chatbots, then filtering spam and fake reviews. Now the question arises: after all these advantages, is there any threat, or is it dangerous? AI dangerous to the human beings or not? So these are some advantages, but there are some challenges in AI as well. We can say the threats like job automation. As the every job will be automated, some people's work will get replaced by the machines. It means they'll lose their jobs. Again, the data privacy and the safety. The very fundamental aspect of successful ML model is to have the enormous useful data, but providing all information to the solution brings another concern, which is that is how much our data is secure and safe. Is it vulnerable to hacker attacks, or is it sufficient to safeguard the personal information of people? Another threat can be the wars and the destruction. With AI most advanced application, there is a very important threat associated with it as well. AI-based system might provide the most advanced self-capable weapons, but as we have divided with the borders across the world, these weapons use an upper hand to few developed nations, which can run the more advanced weapon system compared to other. So the question is that can we trust machine learning to handle the enormous nuclear power? There are many researchers who state that in future, that self-awareness AI is the future of artificial intelligence, and these machines will be super intelligent and will have their own consciousness, sentiments, and self-awareness. These machines will be smarter than human mind. The self-awareness AI does not really exist really still, but it's a hypothetical concept. But even the theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking are worried that advanced AI would take over the world. If the robots become smarter than the humans, then machine would be able to create unimaginable weapons. They'll be able to redesign itself at an ever increasing rate, and they'll manipulate human data with ease. As the humans are limited by slow biological evolution, we will be get easily superseded by the machines. And as an engineer, we can make sure that we don't have killer robots to go down the street, and we can prevent that by creating a more useful robots than destructive robots. So we can conclude that the more advanced AI can lead to the threat to the human beings, and AI can be useful as well to the human beings in many ways. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so the next candidate will be Aman Nanda.
Okay, thank you everyone. So hello everyone. My name is Amanadav, and I'm going to talk about if is it coding or no coding. So in future, they always say that there'll be no more coding on and stuff, but I don't think that's really true. What exactly is a coding? Coding is a basic way to communicate between computers and humans. And if there is no language, otherwise in other sense, if there's no coding, it doesn't mean that we'll be able to communicate with the computer as much. And if you say that AI will one day overtake the entire human beings, then that's really a hypothetical phenomenon, and still in that case we would need coding. And so our main concern now is if is it coding or no coding, and the answer is short, yeah, it is coding. Coding is nothing but programming everything and analyzing everything and stuff. But more than that, it's more about communicating with the computers. So if you cannot communicate with the computer, then it doesn't make any sense to do anything with the computer. So nowadays we can build websites, Android applications, and everything else. Like even if you have to do something like robotics or any kind of hardware stuff, then we have to communicate via OS. So what is OS? It's nothing but a communicating medium between hardware and software, and for that even we need coding. So coding is basically everywhere. And if you look at some surveys from Forbes and Indian Express, they have stuff that at least 64% entire world should know coding. And in India, 15 at the age of 15 they start to learn coding. And why so? The main aim is to make sure that they know coding. And when they start to learn coding, they should know some basic stuff. And coding is not just about writing codes in C++, Python, or any other programming that it might be aware of, like Javas and stuff. But it's more than that. It's about communicating. And when we do that, we can actually do if we have to shrink it down to a little bit pieces, then there's something called scratch coding, where you have to just drag and drop. That sort of coding is also coding. But what you can do with that is you can basically communicate. You can take a piece and you can join it to something else. So let's say there's a statement that you want to print out the console. So let's say the most generic one is the hello world. So you can do is you can type hello world, then you can drag it to the printf statement, and it will print the hello world. For that, you know nothing. You don't even have to know anything about codings. You just have to know about Scratch. And that's a basic website that you can aware of. Even big giants company like Facebook, Google, and Apple are also working for the growth of the coding community via, if you have heard the website code.org. It's nowadays it's one of the most popular websites in coding community. Not because it has something high end stuff and basic high end stuff, or something as useful as machine learning, AI. No, it has is a scrap language, basic languages like C, and that too very similar syntax. That coding platform is not to make sure that you know how to that is not make sure you know so much about coding, or you just have to make an app or something. All you have to do is learn coding, and by that what they want to say is just know how to communicate with the computer. Thank you.
Thank you, Aman. It was a great pre-topic talk. The next candidate will be Avishkar. Avishkar, you are mute, so we are not able to hear you.
Just a second. Okay. So can I start? Wait a minute. Yeah, I'll go. So hello everyone, my name is Avishkar. So the topic I've chosen is after BTech, should we go for higher studies or direct job? Every year, approximately 10 lakh students appear for GATE, another 2.5 lakhs appear for CAT, and many other give exams for admissions into foreign universities. And a significant chunk of these students are just graduated. Though not everyone is looking for further studies, but performance in these exams open doors to better job opportunities as well as premier institutes. And thus the question arises, is a 2 year or 1 year accelerated degree really worth over 2 years of industry experience? Is getting into industry young a loss when compared to getting into industry with specific set of degree or knowledge? The short answer being yes. There are a lot of intricacies to it. As the word of education has spread, BTech or equivalent degrees have become more of matriculation as everyone possesses it nowadays. Thus, master's degree make the student profile stand out a bit in the overcrowded talent pool of our nation. The master's degree is more specific as its name suggests, and it improves the depth of the knowledge of the particular applicant in that field. That helps him in having better chance in his or her career when compared to a student with BTech degree. But it should also be taken into account that while a student burns midnight oil through the youth years of his life, a direct job seeker could make the same use of same time and climb the ladder of corporate and get invaluable experience, which could overpower the master student's effort if they eventually intend to make big in corporates rather than going for academia. All in all, this problem occurs because of two main reasons. Students are getting into BTech as it provides better job opportunities in a nation with one of the biggest middle class, but even that is failing the hopes of masses, and the master's degree does give an edge. But this ends up creating a toxic culture which neutralizes the value of master's degree as it sets the bar unreasonably high, just like some jobs require 2 years of experience for students who have just graduated. The lack of electives and insane competition means students don't get chance to explore where their interest lies, and thus we can create a better structured course where students have more chance to fail fast and learn their calling that and not get at all confused and don't run into the rat race, which would ensure quality in the intake of graduates, making India synonym with quality students ready to join the corporate workforce or academias. All in all, it's an individual choice. There are pros and there are cons to it. But considering the amount of time we spend studying and honing knowledge, the industry student gap, it would be helpful for students if we are considering masters as a way to really shift our knowledge paradigm and be part of top institutes rather than being another sheep and finishing the unending rat race. Thank you all for giving me this chance.
It was a great presentation. And next, I would like to invite Shankar to give his pre-topic talk.
Hello everyone, I am Shankar. Today I am talk about plastic pollution. Plastic pollution damage our environment day by day. Will they add plastic to the basic necessity need? I hope not. Plastic is hard to dispose and contribute to environmental pollution. Do you know what the cost is plastic pollution are? It is economical and easy to use, but isn't it an advantage of plastic? I hope not. It is a use wisely to make containers, utensils, vessels, and bags, etc. And because of this, there is increase in plastic waste. Plastic is non-biodegradable and it is hard to dispose in soil and water. It it stays in environment for millions of years. Then we see the what is the effects of plastic pollution. It pollutes lands, it pollutes water, it pollutes marine life. Can we suggest some ways to beat plastic pollution? Yes, reduce to use use plastic itself. Plastic can be replaced eco-friendly alternatives like jute, cotton, paper, etc. Instead of plastic containers, we can use steel cutleries, vessels, etc. If a person has a difficult to avoiding plastic, ask them to reuse it again and again before disposing them. Before disposing the plastic, it gives to recycling center which use them to good. Now I will end my talk with short quote. Tiny drops of water make the mighty ocean. So on this occasion, to reduce use of plastic and make the world a happiest place to live. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I would like to invite next Sarvesh.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Suraj Kulkarni, and the topic I have chosen is whether the capitalism is born or not. So in my opinion, or as we can say, our country is made up of two types of economies, which are you can say it is same in amount, that is capitalism and socialism. And according to me, when it comes to socialism, socialism was based on the principle that we can do struggle for the class which is downtrodden. It can be brought up in the society by the use of struggle, economical or social struggle. And the capitalism was based on the principle that in capitalism we can make the society richer and decrease the amount of social and we can change the social hierarchy by without any type of destruction, but by use of constructive approach, that is to for example, if some society if society has to brought forward in the if any community has to forward in the society, then the society has to educate and innovate in the country to get the money. That is the idea of capitalism, is basically to achieve rich heritage or money by construction rather than destruction. So according to me, capitalism has an edge over socialism, as capitalism aims to make every individual rich in the country. After all, if we see in our country some fields such as railway field or oil or other life essential goods such as CNG gas, petroleum, and ration that is being socialized, that are provided by the government. Then this type of services, I don't think they should be converted into capitalism. But in some fields such as IT industry or manufacturing industry, there should be a high level of capitalism, because you can say in China there is 100% communism, that is there is only one party system. But in China there is, you can see somebody would expect that there will be less amount of poverty, but there is still too much poverty and so many money in the hands of billionaires. Therefore, I don't think that complete communism or socialism will change the poverty situation in our country. So we should have some capitalistic mindset, so that, for example, if we see startup culture, that is, it will help. In my opinion, it will help the country to become a superpower. Thank you. That was my topic discussion for today. Thank you.
That was a great topic. Next, I would like to invite Suraj for his pre-topic talk.
Hello everyone, I am Suraj, and my topic is mental health. And firstly, we need to discuss about this topic. According to National Health of Survey of 2016, in India, there are one person in 20 suffers from a depression due to weak mental health and stress. And there is a question arises that why we should take the care of our mental health. Understanding the understanding the importance of mental health care is a imperative. We need to collectively, as a society, overcome the barriers that have been put up the keep us um, from addressing mental health in a uh, positive, productive way when we consider the fact that the Center for Disease Control and Prevention estimate that 1 in 5 adults experience at least one mental health condition every year. It's hard to deny that we need to be taking mental health awareness more of a priority. Nowadays, mental health is more important than ever before. When we focus on it virtually, every aspect of our life can be better off. The importance of good mental health is ripples into everything in we do and think or say. There are many reasons to we should take our care of mental health. Focusing on mental health care can increase productivity, also enhance our self image, and also help to improve relationships, good relationships. And mental health doesn't just let us perform better in our daily functions. It can also uh, help us to control or least combat some of the our physical health problems directly linked to mental health condition. Like here is a problem like heart disease and stress are related, and also there is a some benefits of taking care of our mental health is that improve our productivity, also creating an enhanced sense of inner peace. Also there is a it is increasing our self-esteem. And in the end, I would like to say that everyone should take their physical health care and also take care of their mental health. Thank you.
That was an excellent presentation. Next, I would like to invite Rupali Didi to present her topic.
Hello everyone, my name is Rupali Kadwade and my topic is education in Corona. As we know, Corona is observed in every sector around the world. The education sector of India as well as world are badly affected by this. However, education in Corona has few outcomes apart from the many negative aspects of the pandemic. And in positive ways, say that the pandemic situation induced the people to learn and resulted in increasing the digital literacy. Also, learning materials are shared among the students easily, and queries are resolved through emails, SMS, phone calls, or any social medias like WhatsApp or Facebook. Students are able to manage their time more efficiently in the online education during pandemics. Teachers have also adopted new methods of teaching like PPTs, video conferencing, which are considered as one of the best and fast learning medium of the teaching. Also, students are able to analyze more effectively what they are being taught and definitely learn new computer skills as they have to do lots of assignments through computer or laptops only. In negative aspect, we say education sector has suffered a lot due to the outbreak of COVID-19. It has created many negative impacts on the education classes have been suspended and exams at different level postponed. Also, the admission process got delayed. Most of the recruitment got postponed due to this COVID-19. Other problem is that not only students or teachers are good at it, or at least not all of them were ready for this sudden transition from the face learning to online learning. Many students have limited or no internet access, and many students may not be able to afford a computer, laptops, or supporting mobile phones in their homes. We say that the online learning may create a digital divide among the students. Also, the lockdown has hit the poor students very hard in India, as most of them are unable to explore online learning according to their various reports. And somewhere students are missing their school life, where they are used to enjoy a lot with their friends, apart from studying and other extracurricular activities. In conclusion, I say that the education sector is also one of the most affected sector in this pandemic. Time regular hand washing and social distancing or isolation is what we can do, and it is unpredictable that how long it will take to reinstate to the normal situation. But till then, we have to follow the every single precautionary measures. And again, I say that the online education can never replace transitional education system. Thank you.
That was a very good presentation. Here, I would like to announce that the activity has ended. Thank you.